Do you really follow Mariah Carey? I'm not judging, I'm just curious.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Really?
You didn't used to.
You just deleted it.
Whatever.
But what I mean, like when you drive home tonight, do you listen to Mariah Carey in the car? You're like,
No, it puts him to sleep.
and then when you listen to it, do you do
All right,
do you
everybody
do
smile
this?
for the camera.
Do you do that? Hi,
from a comic
welcome
book
to
I
Toy
wrote.
Geeks.
Hello.
Oh shit.
Hello.
All right, Ben, go.
Welcome to Toy Geeks. Behind the counter.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Toy Geeks Behind the Counter. We are your geeks. I am Ben,
I'm Janky Toys.
Jack.
I'm Dove.
and we have a whole bunch of little holders in front of us.
What could that
and
mean?
Dove is on the episode, so it usually means it's time for another
But look,
convention.
it doesn't always mean that. Sometimes I'm on the show.
It's
and
true. Lately, he's
know,
been on the show more.
True.
I'm really only here 3 times a year for 3 conventions.
But this
But
time you
this
brought
time
Janky
brought
with
the
you.
little handler.
Now,
The little
Janky,
displays.
you haven't been on the show since season 1.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Why?
Because you haven't invited me back, jerk.
I mean,
Oh,
I
he's
mean-
recovered from the trauma.
I mean, what?
Last time I brought paint chips, so I don't know if you wanted me to come back.
That's we're gonna need you to go that way now. And
Paint chips?
paint chips. Remember the cool paint chips?
I gotta go watch that show now.
Yeah.
awesome.
Everyone just turn back to season
Season
1.
one,
There's a lot of
episode
unfamiliar,
22 maybe. I don't know.
unfamiliar faces there. Anyways, Dove,
yes,
is there a convention coming up?
there is.
Is someone texting you?
New York Comic Con. I was actually trying to find the dates, but they're saying it says it right there.
Yeah, it says right. New York Comic Con.
Is coming up like really soon.
Sometime in October.
Yeah. And so I have to pack up. It's a little harder than most of our other shows because I actually have to get everyone to get their stuff to us. We have to put it on a pallet. We have to ship it across the country, and then I have to get it into the room at the
Sounds
Javits.
expensive.
It's not fun. But
Wow.
But you do it because you love New
that's
York.
right.
Because you love New York.
Actually, I don't love New York.
Oh,
love
and
New
there
Yorkers'
goes every
money.
single customer
But
that
you
lives in
love
New York.
bootleg toys.
I do.
Yeah.
All right, so
Bootleg toy scene is kind of what I'm about these days.
I'm guessing you have a bunch of toys. But first, we need to tell everybody, Jack, you have a special channel now
What?
on
I do.
Toy Geeks. Yeah, you do.
fancy.
If you
yeah.
haven't noticed already, Jack has his own little playlist on the Toy Geeks Network. What's
I'm
it-
now officially famous.
Yeah, what?
Does it show Mariah Carey?
Don't sing anymore, we can't
All right,
use
that's
it.
it. That's it. Yeah, that's it.
You're gonna get sued.
Oh, they're gonna take down the whole episode. All right. Anyway, so look for that. Watch
don't
Jack's
think the fidelity
reviews.
is good enough.
He's doing it in the Vinyl Pulse offices, right?
Sure.
Feces?
Why do you sound so excited about it?
Yep.
New York Comic Con's coming up real soon. We have about 25 new things. We're going to run through them relatively
25?
25
And push
different
fast
releases.
forward.
That's not that
now.
bad, actually.
That's less than Comic Con, right?
No one right now who's watched this far in is pressing fast forward.
Oh.
They're all here because they want to see what's new.
All 5 of them.
Come on.
All right, what do we got first?
So
Vintage gold.
the first thing we have,
Vintage gold.
so
Pimentel.
Lou Pimentel.
Oh, I know.
These are so
New
good.
stuff.
Lou Pimentel is back this year. Last year he did the same thing. He hand painted
The voice from behind
20
the camera.
one-of-a-kind watercolors on 6x9 card backs. And then we took the actual vintage figure and we glued it to the watercolor.
Of course you did.
Did you glue it?
Crazy.
Oh,
Of
it's on
course.
there.
They're on there.
Well, the little box is on there, but the figure's still loose.
The blister, yeah.
Okay.
You don't want to glue it.
Usually
I
glue the
love.
figure,
Let me-
dude.
can I see the Tin Man?
I gotta say, here, let me see the
Here you
Robotech.
go.
Here, give me Tin Man.
The last batch,
Here.
the Boss
No,
Hog,
no.
I think was my favorite.
That was
And
pretty
this
cool.
is now my favorite one he's done.
one?
This is amazing.
Oh, that was
This
good.
is only 4. We're
is
gonna
only
have
4.
20.
And we have them all here?
Wait a minute.
No, we have 4 of the 20. He's
Look at
still
that.
working on
Wow,
them.
this one's pretty
That's
amazing.
pretty
They're going to be
awesome.
characters from
Insane.
Wizard of Oz, Clash
Wow.
of Titans,
Very
G.I.
nice.
Joe, Robotech, Lone Ranger, E.T., Flash Gordon, Adventure
What?
People,
Right.
Universal Monsters. I got an Isaac from Love Boat. and a lot more. So 20
do it
pieces,
with me.
20 new
Tonto?
pieces. Tonto.
We'll just stay
is really
frozen
good.
like this
It's amazing.
forever.
I don't know what we're doing, but this is gonna be
We're
awesome.
Isaac.
Oh,
From Love Boat.
sorry.
boy.
Dang it.
Anyway,
So
Can you
they're
put Captain's hat on me?
$165 each.
how much
$165.
for
that how much they
original
were last year?
artwork? Everybody.
What?
Amazing.
How much were they last year?
Same price.
Okay.
So expensive for a toy, but very inexpensive for an original watercolor painting.
But you say something as a bootleg toy maker that resonates with me, which is expensive for a toy, but this stuff isn't just toy. This is art. Every one of these things is art in some way.
This is the difference. He actually, all he does is he takes an actual production toy. So this toy,
That's a toy someone played with
Yeah.
from
right?
30 years
like
ago.
this is not a bootleg.
No.
This is not a bootleg toy. This is not a recast. This is not a repaint. This is an actual toy that they sold. This is fully licensed figure, except the packaging is an original piece of art.
You know, you could just read the back to everybody.
So great.
You're holding a one-of-a-kind hand-painted watercolor by Lou Pimentel. I butchered that, didn't I? Each painting is accompanied by an authentic, vintage action figure. Please do not attempt to remove that figure from the packaging, as it may damage the art.
But if
Yeah.
you can without any damage, that would
No,
be
don't do it.
No,
This is
Jack, shut up.
All right, let's move on.
Anyway, so
love it.
we're
I feel
gonna-
censored.
So we're gonna have 20 of them. What I always tell people on every show is if you see something you like, you email us at dketoys@gmail.com. We sell a lot of stuff to
They'll
people.
email you and say, haha, sold out.
The difficulty with these is that these are one of a kind. So if you want something of the 20 that you see, it has to be on a wait list. But there is good news. If I sell out and you send me a figure of your choice, and you say, here is a Pocket Heroes Spider-Man.
Oh, that's cool.
Lou will do it for you at the same price.
I
So
got all my Back to the Future ones
That's
done.
how you got all your Back to the Future.
what's the weirdest request you've had so far?
Back to the Future.
That's not weird.
But not only the four because Ben did all four.
I did all four.
Funko Back to the Future.
That's gonna be awesome.
It's not only Doc and Marty; it's the other two schlubs that he also did.
They're called
Crispin Glover
George and Biff.
You did Biff?
All right.
Moving right along. So.
Yay!
Our relationship with Scott C has just been fantastic over the past few years. Great Showdowns line
that?
is continuing. I think that we're really taking a chance with this one.
What's this one? Let me see. I want to see.
That's pretty great.
Oh.
All right, so we have
There it is.
we have a funny little issue with this Great Showdowns, and the issue is that for the $100 price point, we can afford to cast and have originally sculpted 1 3 3/4 inch figure and something else kind of small. And so we haven't ventured out into doing one of his showdowns, of which there are hundreds that he's painted, where there are actually 2 3 3/4 inch figures in a showdown. So we have a limited selection of ones. That's why it's always like Ash versus the Hand, or Die Hard versus
one.
As soon as you do it, it needs to be Point Break, and it needs to be the
the Wave.
Bodhi and Johnny Utah versus the Wave.
If you don't know what he's talking about, Google Great Showdowns and Point Break. And it's the
amazing.
same dude, and then the Wave is like, it has little hands and feet and a smile. It's
So good.
It's really fantastic. So this is also sculpted by George, our buddy at Double G, who couldn't bother to be with us
He's
this
not
evening.
here today.
He's
I'll be
heartbroken
your
that he
George
missed
today.
This episode. I'm sure.
So, Janky, what do you think?
Oh, it's amazing. What do I think? This is incredible. Satsi is amazing without 3D versions of them, but being able to see them in 3D is next level.
Dove, have all the packaging been pretty much like the same in terms of like
Always
the
the same.
layout and the size and all
Always
that?
the same, and actually the 7 pieces that came before are all on the back right there.
Yeah.
And,
So all of these have been made?
except for the last one. Oh man, did you have to ruin the decon release?
Sorry.
What?
I don't
That's the
know.
decon release?
I was gonna say.
Had you not said, did you have to ruin the Declon release? No one would know it's the
I was
Decon
gonna say
release.
that if you bought the figure
Decon.
and turned it over,
If you send
Decon.
Anyway,
Oh,
again,
that's going to be
they're
the
$100.
hottest one.
They're signed and numbered out of 50. We've sold out of everyone before. Misery. I was worried about Die Hard a couple years ago.
No, you shouldn't be worried about Misery.
I thought maybe this is too outside the box.
Really?
No way. Because
That
it's
was
shards
awesome.
of glass.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That's awesome, and they all have little smiley faces on
But
them.
I have to say, I feel like we're taking a
We're
risk
gonna
here.
butcher your feet.
Misery?
People like the deep cuts. I mean, people like the stuff you can't
Literally.
get in any other form.
Literally
The
the deep cuts.
the deep hammer cuts.
Ba-dum-bum. Okay.
Hey-o.
So last year at DCon, Seth Relentless came out from Relentless Assault. Came out with one of my favorite figures.
So good.
It was Officer Larger Burger, and it was the childhood detention officer.
This is really good.
Oh my god.
And this is the second figure. He has taken the
Cheese guy?
the hanker for a hunk of cheese.
Hanker
dude.
for a hunk
the
of
guy's
cheese.
name is like Timmer or Timer.
Oh, time for timer.
Time for Timer. That's right, Timer.
Is it time for
You
timer?
thought Misery was a deep cut. We've got a time for timer toy.
You know, it's like, how's it go? It's like, don't knock
Oh
it till
my
you try it.
God.
Yeah.
Put a little
Hanker
on
for
your
a
plate.
hunk of look at that. Oh
Don't make a
man.
face until you taste it. Some kids think it's great. You know.
It's
And now he's the
All right,
factory
here we go.
farm
Here we
spokesman.
go.
Oh, howdy, partner. Time for timer.
Anyway, so he's taken. Last time he took the McDonald's
That's the one they're going to shut us
character
down for.
Yeah.
and he turned him into. How could you get shut down for that on YouTube when that clip is on YouTube?
There are a billion people putting hanker for a hunk. I'm looking at how,
See how flat it
no,
is?
his work is so like Seth Relentless work is next level good work, and
That is so creepy.
like the detail on Large Burger was amazing, but the detail on this is even better than Large Burger.
But how he took like the McDonald's dude and made him a child detention
Yeah.
officer, and then made this dude like the factory farm spokesman.
This is the type of stuff I love, like the taking an idea and spinning it in a totally new
There's
direction.
a coloring section in the back
Yeah.
with a cow that's
Yeah.
like miserable. And
Processed.
I hanker for a hunk of cheese.
Cow processing.
Bravo, Seth. This is
Golf clap?
even better.
Edition of 20, $55.
That's it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Ben's gonna buy all 20.
No, that's too scary.
If that
for
doesn't
me.
sell out, people are dumb.
All right, so here is our follow-up to Danny Wicked from Wicked Studios sold out SDCC edition of the Wood T1000. This one is the Buzz 800. There was 30 of the last one. There's only 20 of this guy. And,
Toy
Kind of a
Grenada.
combination of laughing and groaning.
Yeah.
well, the first one sold out. So
I
I was
know.
like, hey, do you want to make
Your
the
thoughts?
second one?
Look,
Yes.
I appreciate anyone putting this much work into a toy. But
Yeah,
I wasn't
That's
a
a
huge,
nice
I
way
wasn't
to
a
say
huge
it.
fan of the last one, and it's just not my thing.
And then it
But-
sold out.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. If I don't like it, it's probably going to sell out. So this will sell out.
Now, the last time you sold a bunch of these was San Diego.
Yeah.
Is New York just as hungry for this kind of stuff?
We make editions go down and prices go down for New York.
Ah.
So if you'll see, there's
They
so
are.
many pieces in the
Editions
45.
go down and prices go down?
Yeah,
So there's only like 20 of these, 25 of these versus San Diego, which is like
40 of
50,
these, 50
or
of these.
60
Yeah,
or
exactly.
40.
But those two things going the same direction don't seem right. One should go
No,
one way,
they
one
they
should go
sell
the
they sell quicker, and there's
Okay.
less of them to sell. So
other. They make them cheaper.
It's
Yeah.
true.
I mean, there's a lot of work that went into this.
but usually, yeah,
confusing.
Jack is right. Usually, lower editions drive
Mean
prices
higher
higher.
higher, yeah.
Well, because it's true, but not when you're making stuff by hand. When you're making something in China, yes.
Heavy.
If you
Okay.
make 5,000
Okay.
versus 1,000, but if it takes this guy an hour to paint a
that's
piece or
interesting.
2 hours,
That takes more than 2
doing
hours.
20 of them doesn't make it go that much faster. Yes, you could do it assembly line a little bit and
Okay.
shave some time
Okay.
off.
So basically, you're getting a screaming deal if you go to New York Comic Con. That's what he just told me.
As I run through the prices, you'll see a lot of $45 and $55 items
Okay.
in the range of like 20 pieces. I think Kevin's having a stroke. Right there.
Oh no!
He's doing
Kevin,
cartwheels.
someone call
stick
911.
stick your tongue out, and then you have to put your hands in the air, and then say a coherent sentence. Uh-oh,
Yep.
now we have to get.
Well, that was a coherent
Yeah.
sentence.
Anyway,
What's next? What's
Typical
next?
sentence.
what is next? Okay, so of the 25 artists that we have for New York, I think there's about 8 guys, so a third of them that are new, that have never done stuff with us before.
Oh.
This is JB007 by Choose Plastic.
New talent.
Also known as, artist name is Steve Lukow. I hope I said that right, from Chicago. This is also edition of 20 and $55.
Her Empire's Loyal Terrier.
Mashes up our favorite spy and our galactic trooper. Sky Wars.
I like the
Sky.
made in
Sky
chai
Wars.
instead of
Chai.
It's kind of cool.
Made in Chai. Chai Town. Although they hate being called Chai Town.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they do. Yeah. Oh.
Here's a line called Toxic Masculinity. It's called He-Manly for the Love of Old Toys, UK-based artist John Norwood.
I'm going to cover up the new one with the old one.
Oh, great.
And it's got one of my favorite color schemes, that the 90s Toxic Crusader series. And he's done a 3 3/4 inch scale Toxic Avenger He-Man mashup.
He has big eyes to see sexy ladies. Big strong muscles. Insecurity bubbles, that's what these are. These like sort of puscular things. Brain storage, manly bracelets. Fists to solve problems. Furry boots to keep tootsies warm.
Did you just choose to like randomly read that on your own without
He
being
did,
told?
no problem.
Yeah?
Wow, Jack.
What?
You're like contributing to the conversation. It's awesome.
Yeah. Oh,
Jack, wow, you read that.
I'm a big fan of complete packaging, so that makes me happy. The jokes on the back.
That wasn't a Clarence Thomas joke, was it?
No.
Okay.
Because that's our audience. Clarence Thomas
You know,
joke.
because... Never mind.
Never
All
mind.
the kids out there like, that's a Clarence Thomas.
Edition of 20, $55.
That looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Another newcomer to the DKE stable is Tone Zone Toys. This is the first time we've shown Tone Zone Toys, also known as Tony Chambers from Oklahoma. This is Blvd 3PO and Butt 2D2.
Oh, my
Okay,
goodness.
I like Blvd 3PO.
Only Mike
but-
can judge me.
Yeah, that's really funny, yeah. Sometimes the cards are almost better than the...
I kind of subscribe to that card.
But 2D2...
If you look at my work, it's
I
all
like
card better than
Blvd 3PO.
toy.
The sculpt is cool.
I think you just kind of called Janky out there. Also, edition of 20, $65, but this is $65 for 2 figures. And what I love about it
That's
most
the best part.
is that sticker.
The
Oh,
sticker,
yeah,
the sticker is the best
The
part.
foil
Is that it's
sticker.
the actual.
The Power of the Force 2 hologram sticker just makes it like...
But 2D2 and Beeve 3PO.
No.
It falls in the category of mashup stuff I usually don't like, but I actually like that one. I think it's pretty good.
Only Mike
Wait, you don't like
can
mashups?
judge me.
I don't like it when you
like
just smash 2 things together
Half
for no
of this
reason.
stuff, then.
That's sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes I like, sometimes I don't.
All right,
Okay.
so I don't know if you guys remember Wazzy
Ooh.
Toys from the UK.
Cardistry.
Warren Harfield. He's the one who made the giant gold pooping AT-AT, the gold.
Oh, gosh.
How could we forget?
Yes.
He made the different strokes Yoda.
Oh,
Well, this one
I like
is
this.
called Double Trouble. It's TROOPWR, so it's True Power. And if it's a clear cast, and it looks like a double cast, but it's actually not. There's actually a vintage Yoda inside each one.
Original figure inside. That's what it says.
Original
inside of the
figure.
Power Droid.
Yeah. And the back is cool. It's got this like trippy, like 3D Yoda thing.
Did Jack just say something nice?
Yeah. Okay. From now on, I'm just gonna rip on all of these.
Well, that's why I brought Janky. Anyway, 20 pieces, $45 each. How could you go wrong?
So, are there just millions of Yodas?
I think he had to gather them for a while.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Or he has to just call Dove and be like, hey, can I get
Hey,
20
how
Yodas?
many Yodas you got, bro?
I mean, if you have Yodas with, okay, so Yoda itself, if you the parts on Yoda are worth more than Yoda itself.
What does that mean?
the
well,
cape
the
and the
snake
snake
and
and
The
the
cape,
staff.
the snake, the belt,
Oh,
and the
because they
staff.
get lost a lot or something?
Yeah.
Right, so,
Okay.
maybe
And that doesn't have any. of
maybe
those,
if you
No.
have all 5 pieces,
It's got a gonk cape.
it's worth like $50 or $40. But if you
Oh.
just have Yoda by himself, naked, like without all that
Yeah.
stuff, it's like $5.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
And quite often with vintage figures, the little pieces are worth the most. So if you have a huge Millennium Falcon, like the little ball on the stick, it could be worth as much as the whole rest of the thing, because the ball on the stick is the one thing that is always lost.
You can sell just the ball on the stick?
Oh yeah.
You can sell anything, buddy.
Yeah, definitely. And same
So you can definitely
really
sell
wrong.
like Yoda's cape without Yoda?
Yeah, the clarity of the cast with no bubbles at all for that.
Kind of blows
He
my
actually
mind.
cast them in clear, and I told him to throw a little blue in there.
I dig it. I dig the color, and the cast is
now,
really clean.
if you go to our Flickr page where you can see making of photos of all of this stuff, go to DKEtoys.com, click on Flickr. It'll take you a whole page of each album from each show that we've done. There's a little video, and then I also like the photo of all of his miscasts. They're all like the ones that didn't work
look
out.
at that. DKE keeping Flickr alive.
Yeah.
You should do a series where you just do miscasts.
So, as you all know, I collect Star Wars
You do?
That's weird.
toys.
What?
And I got the Ron English Star Wars toys, which were quite very expensive. But
Okay.
3D Retro now has some in stock, which Boba Fett's and Vader.
This
Yeah,
sounds
Boba
like
Fett's
a
and Vader's.
suspicious plug.
Well, so I called Ron. I was like, Ron,
Oh, wow.
how about we do a 3 3/4 inch version?
Whoa.
And Ron was like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Check that out.
Cool. Oh
So
my
we'll,
goodness.
We'll have 50 of those, signed and numbered by Ron. It's
Oh
it's
my
called
goodness.
Dark Star Grin.
Now, how many
That is
different
cool.
Grin versions are there?
We just did the silver one
Oh, there's
first.
no platinum. and
There's no gold, rose
blind
gold,
red.
just did
silver,
silver.
black.
If these sell out, we could do a gold, but
Coming soon, police grid.
Oh.
that's not really coming soon. I didn't really talk to Ron about that. We just-
Yeah, that's,
I'm
that's
pretty
a-
sure it's coming soon. That is really cool.
I need to see that. Let me see.
Yeah.
Let me see. Says the voice behind the cameras.
I like the whole like price tag thing too. It's kind of cool.
the
Cost
card
down
back was done by Carlos from Mock Toys, who
Did a really
always
nice
Oh
job.
Yeah,
my
Carlos is
gosh.
awesome.
knocks it out of the park every time.
So he designed like all the art on it, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I asked Ron if he wanted to do it, and he's like,
Nope.
he's like, I said, I have a designer who could probably knock it out in a few days. He's like, oh, that'd be great.
How much are these go for?
$100. Signed and numbered by Ron out of 50.
We'll take
Pretty
10.
great.
The one that you're looking at is just the first pull. It doesn't have a code on it. It's
So it will be.
it's going to be, the paint job will be a lot more even. The one that you guys are seeing right now is the finished one. The one that Ben is looking very closely at is.
It's still very cool.
Yeah,
pretty
no, it's
good.
great.
All right, so
Oh,
I
the
was.
sculpt is awesome.
Replace the Toyminator with that.
Goodbye, Toyminator.
By
So-
Toyminator.
I met
Sad.
this guy named Nick Hauser last year at DCon, and he did a Masters of the Universe Cookie Monster figure, which was like kind of
So good.
blew my
It was
mind.
so good.
And then we started talking, and I put him down on the list. He said he wanted to do something for DCon this year. And his company name is Uppercut Party Toys. And he posted this one on his Instagram. And I was like, hey, Nick, you want to make a run of these? These are fantastic.
The cards are really
What is
often
it?
better.
It's called Sexy Wars
Oh.
Relationship
Hold
of the
on.
Jedi.
Did he see the?
I'm sure he's seen it.
Yeah.
He hasn't.
No, has Ben?
No, Ben has not.
Maybe
Let
you
me
should
see
show
this.
it to him.
I'm gonna read it. No, I'm gonna read it.
Go ahead. Let's read
Doing
it.
your best
Wait, he
Shakespearean.
needs to introduce it first.
I did. I
Oh.
did that part.
So the cards are often really better. It says ages 40 and up, but also on the back it says she won't be able to resist 12 inches of Han.
And then Han says, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Oh my gosh.
This is also edition of 20, signed and numbered. It's $75, but it's also 2 figures.
It is 2 figures.
I'm going to channel my inner George and say I wish it wasn't connected to the package like that.
common?
I mean, look,
But no,
this
everybody
is,
sort of does it their own way.
this is a problem that all resin makers have because,
Glue.
well, I make these blisters, and there are other people who make them and make them available to people. There's one guy named Empire Blisters, and his blisters are fantastic.
Empire.
If you go check him out online, he actually tries to replicate
I missed that the first time.
vintage
That's funny.
Kenner blisters that have the little, step at the bottom. The blisters that we do are very generic and just straight squares.
square.
I think that's an Empire blister, is it not?
I think so, yeah.
Not that one.
Oh, this one?
Does that have the little
Yeah,
bump
it's
at
got the
bottom?
step at the bottom.
You got
Yeah.
Here, let me hold this up.
Is that what it's called? Anyway, Empire Blisters has a great selection. We also sell blisters, but really stock the most basic ones. So the problem is when you make a resin figure and then you ship it around, what happens? It doesn't matter how well you pack this thing. The figure inside is going to always shake around. If there's not a lot going on with the figure, then it'll usually be fine. Something like this guy has to be glued to the back of the card because
I see.
even though we make these blisters for these artists extra thick, if this has to ship to another country or
the
whatever,
paint will rub off on the blister.
yeah, it's all bad. So
is this really just the issue of these are resin and not like
They break.
ABS
They break.
plastic?
Yeah.
They're
they break.
they're
this is-
fragile.
Yeah, this
People
is the
call
art
it-
versus toy thing. Is each
Yeah.
one of these is handmade.
How
out of-
often do you get broken ones because of that?
Every month there's a couple people who send stuff, who say, hey, can you fix this for me? And Ian, Good For You Toys, who works for me, quite often can get a razor blade under there and like lift it off. Sometimes the artist will provide another card back, so we'll tear it in half and they'll sign a number another one if they have
okay.
it, and it can be repaired.
I never even thought about that actually.
Sucklord figures are, because he uses tape, you have to peel the tape very carefully so as not to pull off the art on the back. But resin figures quite often need a doctor, and Ian is very adept at doctoring these things.
Do you know what the reference is?
Next.
Why is the gun in that?
What other toys you got?
What's it?
Didn't he had a gun in a rose box in the movie?
Oh, is
There you
that
go.
what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, all
But
right.
You're asking me about the pop culture reference?
Yeah. Yes.
The wrong guy. Okay. Here's our next one, Skullmaster by Lazarus Toys.
Okay.
This is a smaller edition, 12 pieces. Sean, who's previously Galactic Jerkbags, is now Lazarus Toys. He's the one who did the David Bowie figures.
His stuff,
He changed
his
his
stuff's
name?
great. Yeah.
Yeah. he
Yeah,
changed
because the
his name.
Galactic Jerkbags was kind of the Sucklord fan club. And
Oh.
and then the whole group of everyone on that message boards were all just known as the Jerkbags.
Okay.
And then I told them you should change your Instagram name to Lazarus Toys because that's what he's making toys under. And so Skullmaster, here comes the evilest and most elusive villain of your childhood in 3.75 inches. Complete with Hero Slayer bow, sacrifice dagger, accessories. Limited only 12 handmade
Yeah.
sign number pieces.
Yeah, I like his logo.
Yeah,
Lazarus.
he does good work.
So this is a reference to this was available, I don't know.
What?
Is this from the Warlords series? He explained it to me.
I mean, all the
Sorry, Sean.
warlords are on the back of it, so I don't know that series very well. So.
But
I didn't say anything.
but that
I
ex-
had no idea what it was.
That exists in another scale. I think.
He's usually pretty good about his referential stuff, so I'm going to assume all of it is accurate.
Sorry, I need to do my homework.
Come on.
Moving on. Okay, so Jeremiah is from Argentina, who is also known as Cosmo
that's cool.
Cosmo Toys.
Cosmo, his stuff's good too.
Yeah.
Trooper, look
So
at
he
these.
decided to make 2 different colorways, 10 of each, and this is kind of wow. I don't know what to say. It's the technical detail. No 2 are exactly the same. They have
Because of
different.
the painting?
There's different decals, different little stuff that they come with.
I see.
It's called Black Ops Trooper. There's the Night Stalker edition and the Ghost Recon edition. And
This is which?
that's
at that.
Ghost Recon. Night
That's
Stalker's the black one.
amazing. Look.
It's pretty cool.
They're both signed and numbered editions at 10. I mean, 55
pretty
bucks.
What?
Is he the guy that like a few years ago did like the translucent ones?
Last year he did the translucent one,
Okay.
and then the year before he did the little.
These are based off the Snow Troopers,
Yeah,
aren't they?
yeah.
He did those little robots
Yeah,
and those
it's
vintage style
Snowtrooper
boxes.
body. And it
Okay,
looks
well,
like
you guys
a...
are listening
a
to
Vader.
me, even though Jack is.
No, I think this is a dollar store Army Man
What?
body, I'm guessing. And then
No, but
there
there's
could
like...
be a G.I. Joe.
But the helmet is,
The helmet is definitely the Snowtrooper.
Yeah.
and then the painting on the back. I'm sorry that I didn't write down the name of the artist, but awesome painting.
Very cool.
No,
Wow.
I mean the art on the front, front of card back, not only the
Oh.
back of the card back.
The back of the card back's cool too.
Anyway,
Yeah, it is cool. How much are those again?
$55?
$55.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Okay, so Reika is back. He's got 2 releases for us.
Reika is back
Reika
with
is
2
back.
releases.
All right, so this is the Essential Weapons pack.
Oh God.
Edition of 30. They're $40.
So insensitive, Dove.
It's not. It's kind of a it says Second Amendment, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. The right of the people to keep and bear arms, shall not be infringed. And these are all of your essential weapons, which is, and it's a
bunch of assault rifles and
yes
war weapons.
And as per
Question
usual,
is, are there any like blasts or something?
it's laser cut. And what is that? A 5-color silk screen? 1, 2, 3, 4-color silk screen.
Yeah.
Signed and numbered on the back. Usually, with Reika, he's one of the few people that can do
Because
everything.
it's like burned.
Yeah.
The bullet holes have that little like tinge on them.
That's actually
a
that's
bullet
actually the
hole.
laser.
That's actually a real bullet
Yeah, yeah.
hole.
Yeah.
No, I know. It's not.
But on some of his other releases, they're
Sets it up downrange.
Okay.
They don't
Oh,
work.
really? That
would
They
be a
don't work
piece.
thematically. It's actually the laser cutting
right,
through the thing.
right. Yeah,
Sorry,
I thought
Reika, I
it
didn't
was-
mean to blow your. Okay.
Okay.
Now, in the past,
Interesting.
he's done in his Art Trooper series.
Right.
He has done Andy Warhol.
Yes.
Basquiat.
Yes.
And Keith Haring.
Yes, I have them
Pablo
all.
Picasso.
And you're gonna have this one too, apparently.
Well, for New York Comic Con, he.
Oh,
did
no.
Oh
my
That's
no.
awesome.
Really?
Really?
I mean, does
Wow, he really captured him too.
does the Sucklord not belong in that series? I mean,
Does the Sucklord not belong in that series?
My brain is having difficulties.
I mean,
right
he is the godfather of the bootleg
he is.
scene.
He's yeah.
Yeah, because his pieces sell at all the major
So-
big galleries for millions of dollars.
I like that.
One day, dude.
It
One
doesn't
day.
have any like separation.
Hey, just so
Yeah.
you know,
It's all
this is
like-
the infancy of this movement, right? You just wait.
I hope you're right, Dove.
I mean,
Mark my words.
Words
Words
I like
marked.
it. It fits.
Okay, there we go. Worse, yeah.
Yeah,
So
I like that the quality. is
Now,
kinda
needless
like
to say, I
Sucklord
need
like.
one of these. Doesn't matter.
I mean, that's great.
Oh my gosh.
And look at the helmet.
The helmet's perfect. The face is
So
perfect. This
Oh
is really
my
good.
gosh.
Corroded.
The Suck Trooper.
It's an edition of 50, and like all Reika pieces, they're always affordable. It's $55.
That's
So
awesome.
this one is actually
I
like a
need
full
this.
figure on the backside, or no?
Reika uses, I believe, an open mold, and so the
Okay.
backs are always flat.
Oh, this one is too.
And
Yeah.
he
The
does
difference
that.
is you can actually get the Sucklord to sign this for you too.
right.
That's true. Because Reika is
I bet you
coming,
he would sign the Picasso. one.
Reika's coming to DCon this year.
He is.
And
Oh,
so-
is he really?
Yeah,
that the first
Reika's
time?
booth will be directly
Look at that
across
guy.
from us, and
that's great.
Sucklord will be next to us. So if we have this edition of 50, so I don't know if we'll sell all of them in New York. So hopefully we'll have a few for DCon.
Nice.
That's perfect. And yes, Sucklord belongs in that series.
All right,
Put
so
that down there, Duff.
I'm not gonna.
Are we supposed to be like rotating these out?
I don't
Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
every so
I'm not
often.
going to read the name of this one out loud. I will let Ben do that one. This is by Mug Costanza. This is also first piece that we've shown for him, a.k.a. Greg DeLuise. Hand cast.
What's the name of it?
Oh, you'll see.
He's got to read it.
What is it? Mark Hamill?
Oh, you're so clever.
Oh, I see what he did there.
You had to say it out loud before it made sense. Because when you look at it,
It doesn't make
it
sense.
doesn't make
Yeah,
sense.
you're like Mark Hamill.
The best part of the figure is that he put the
Just the
the
little
art tag on the back, which says hand cast resin, lacquer, paper, cardstock.
That's
Gallery
hilarious.
style.
Yeah.
gallery style, definitely. Edition of 20, $55. Really, like, I think that one's a home run. He sent me like 3 choices, and I was like,
That is
and
very
I looked
smart.
at this one, I was like, this doesn't make sense. And I did the same thing. Mark Hamill. Ah!
No, that's
Yes, indeed.
Don't smoke, kids.
Don't smoke it.
But it's a pretty good piece.
All
Put
right.
them
So
over here.
Buzzard Guts and Dead Greedy got together and made Chewy Lewis and the News.
Oh, that's a total Back to the Future piece.
You know what? This is one George
groans.
would truly love.
Really?
I'm sure of it.
I could hear him groaning as he
It says
watches.
porgs,
That's right. He
too.
doesn't watch these. It doesn't
Well, 'cause
matter.
what was it? The Huey Lewis album was called Sports.
Okay.
So this is called Porgs.
Porgs.
Okay.
And the art is just I loved it. So it's actually by Buzzard Guts and Dead Greedy.
Huey Lewis needs time
Signed
to
in number
create.
edition of 20. They're $65.
Art's pretty cool. That's so.
Ben's gonna buy it.
Yeah, of course.
All right, so
is this?
last time we did a Mike Egan figure, we did Darth Bones.
No.
So this time
You're doing that one for New York?
we did Boba Bones.
Oh, look at that.
Wow, that
that's
one's so
nice.
good.
Wow.
And
Very solid.
Mike signed a number of the sticker on the front here, but he also hand embellished it
Well, you
with
guys
a
can
marker.
look at it first, though, right?
Yeah. Put this guy up in front.
Box is very nice.
It's an edition of 25, and they're $75.
And this is solid.
And this is the first painted one. It'll be the one you're seeing will be the final one. This was actually painted today.
by Dove.
No, actually Ian painted it. But the back will have the blue. Like the back is there's no paint on the back.
Oh,
of
so
the
it'll be like-
it'll have some blue.
Nice.
And it's really interesting. Like if you nail the Boba Fett colors like right on, then from across the room it looks
Yeah.
like Boba Fett.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
you get the colors wrong,
Sort of doesn't matter what blank you put it on.
you're like, what?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
The hardest part was getting it cast in the Boba Fett body color.
Oh.
Oh, is it really? It's not
Well-
painted?
No,
No, yeah.
because mixing paint, you're actually pouring things in and you can mix it and see it. When
Yeah.
you're doing resin, as Janky can tell you, because I've never poured resin before, you're mixing powder, and mixing powder is a lot.
You can do it with liquid, but then when you add the two parts together, it always changes the color. So you're
It doesn't
always
matter whether you're starting
experimenting.
with
and-
clear or starting with white.
Yeah.
I'm afraid if it falls, we need to.
All right.
It'll be okay.
Don't fall. Don't
So
touch any of these.
the next few pieces we only have photos of here, so we're going to be looking at a photo because it's hard to, this show is actually shot, almost a month before the actual show.
Telling them how to make the sausage, man.
Secret
I
sauce!
just so you guys know that all of these artists had to be like really prepared, and there's a few that
Just spoil
are
the
not
rest.
as prepared, but
Movie
some of them are
magic's
out of the
ruined.
country, so we give them a pass. So this right here is the first time we've shown Ghetto Vader. He's a New York-based artist and musical artist as well.
Bootleg.com.
A musical artist as well?
Yeah, you can go follow him on Instagram, Ghetto Vader.
Ghetto
so this
Vader.
is Ghetto Vader by Ghetto Vader. So he's doing a figure of himself. 3 3/4 inch scale
Thoughts?
figure, signed in number edition of 20.
I don't know what to say.
Go on, Janky.
$65.
I don't want to have someone named Ghetto Vader mad at me. It's hard to say until you see it in person.
All right, next
my
one. So
God.
Peru-based artist Italo Perocina. Hope I'm saying that right. Also known as Inca Toys. This is Han YOLO.
YOLO!
On hashtag YOLO.
Han hashtag YOLO.
Well, yeah, YOLO.
That you are seeing right here, front and back,
Like
hopefully.
Miami Vice colors.
And he's from Peru. Did I say that? Edition of
kinda
20,
like that.
$55.
Those are cute.
Kind of cool.
All right, here's
Oh, I keep looking at
Argentina-based
the back to see the back of the card. Yeah.
artist Legion
Yeah, I
Toys.
think that's something Dove needs to fix.
When he sent me the name, he said it was called Mini Reptiliano, but then I got the art and it says Little Reptilian. So I changed the name to Little Reptilian for advertising purposes. Also, edition of 20, $45.
The Reptiloids strike back.
And so imagine you need to get something to us a month earlier and you live in Argentina. Like how you have to prepare. All right, here we go.
Is
so
it
one-
like Yoda?
It's a
Jawa.
dinosaur riders, I think. The snake guy
With a
and
Jawa
the
body.
Jawa body.
The
Yeah.
Reptilioid Strike Back.
So one of our youngest artists in the stable, Henry
Thoughts,
Zach,
Janky?
who's
It's always funny how bootleggers pulling apart what
We're
pieces
already
you
on
used.
the next
Sorry,
one.
we're
Well, maybe you should
We're
slow
getting
down just a
philosophical.
little bit for us
what's the
people over
hurry?
here.
Jeez.
because it's really hard to make a judgment on.
Yeah.
Like if you have.
I wasn't making a judgment. I was saying that, like, when you get a bunch of bootleg guys looking at figures, the first thing we were like, where did you source that part?
judging.
Where did you source what pieces did you come from?
I'm
Yeah.
judging
I
over
got
here.
2 words for you, Ben.
Yes?
It's not happy birthday. Anyway,
Oh.
so this is
That's 3 words. Not happy birthday.
Sure.
Okay. This is Mecha Setsu Toys. As I said, he's one of the youngest artists in our stable here. When we premiered his toy last year at New York Comic Con, he was not even 18.
Which toy was his last year?
He did the Zuckus one, Cyber.
Oh, right.
You're gonna kill me. And then he did for Decon. He did the Colonel Sandroid, which is one of my favorites.
Right, that one was good.
And he's got a very distinguished style that you can kind of tell his work from across the room. But this one, he decided to go, as it says, does it say bottom of the
Bottom
barrel?
of the barrel.
Yeah, bottom of the
Star
barrel.
Wives.
Why?
It's called Garf Vader, signed and numbered edition at 20, $45.
It's very meta.
Yeah.
So we had the Godfather Garfield toy last year in New York, which sold out, and then he's like, "You want to do this Garf Vader?" I was like, "Yeah, this will stop."
This is exactly what I think every time I come up with a new idea, though, is I'm at the
Bottom
bottom of
of
this
the
barrel. Why am I doing this?
All right, and then Caterpillar, which is Kill and Verva Pico, has another figure in their Space Battle series. It's Gordon, the Pussy Eater.
Hey, it's Elf.
Looks a lot like Elf.
These
He
statements are
means
accurate.
cats, people.
Yes,
okay,
indeed.
cats.
Cats.
Get over it. Get your heads out of the gutter.
So
Cats.
you are now seeing the
12
final
inches
one.
of
I'm glad you
on
clarified
front
that.
of you.
12 inches
This is
of
the
eye.
dirtiest DKE booth we've
They
had.
asked me.
No, I've seen worse. I've
No,
seen
there
a
have
lot
been
worse.
worse.
Oh,
There
yeah.
was one where Ben just couldn't get over the back of the car. I
Oh,
forget
my-
what it-
I
I
could-
remember. It had
We
like
could
a
not even show it.
Oh,
It
the
was-
dollar slice.
Oh,
Yeah. the
right.
crusty-
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
The
the
crusty the
back.
clown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was bad.
This is a family show, people.
It was.
All right, so we saved the best for last because we know what Ben likes here. So another new one to the stable is Throwed Off Bootlegs. Bradley DeFate, also from Oklahoma, this burgeoning scene of resin people out of Oklahoma.
Okay, scene.
This is not the finished piece, but it is called Great Scott, You're a Werewolf by Throwed Off Bootlegs.
I'll take it.
If you guys want to get into
Don't show
bootlegs and
Matt,
sell
'cause you're
something,
gonna see the real
make
one.
it Back to the Future and
Sorry.
send it to
Have
Ben.
it.
It's a 5.5-inch figure, which is Masters of the Universe size.
It's a cool idea.
Wow.
Edition at
art
20,
is
$65. Ben is foaming at the mouth.
Michael J.
Proud
Fox crossover.
running for-
good.
Oh,
All right,
my
now
God.
save the best.
Oh my gosh.
The best for last,
Ben's
Ben.
head is going to explode.
All right, so
He should
top
probably
top
Are you
back?
just
stories.
done with Star Wars? Now it's time
Oh
for
no,
me
your
to
head's
spend
gonna
my
explode.
money.
All right,
What's gonna happen?
Promise.
here, hand that to him. So
Let me
top,
see, let me
Look
see.
at it. Just look at it.
stop talking. Try and
Boba
talk to it.
McFly, holy this is amazing!
Whoa! Did Ben just cuss on his own show?
did.
This
That
is
has
amazing!
That's never happened.
You almost don't need to introduce it now.
How many of them are being made?
Are you gonna buy them all?
Yes.
So Tops Toys from Thailand made this Boba Fett figure mashup with Back to the
It's
Future.
Boba Fett and Marty McFly from Back to the Future Part 2 with a hoverboard. This is the best figure ever made, ever!
Look at the shoes.
Oh,
Twice! We got two out of bed.
this is great!
All right, so I'll tell you this.
Forget everything else here. This is it.
Three!
So Tops Toys is from Thailand.
that's
they're
cool.
a regular with us. Edition of 25. They're $55. Hopefully they're going to arrive to us soon. I think this is a home run.
You're gonna need to hold at least
do you mean?
two of them for me.
One for your Star Wars collection and one for your
I don't have a Star Wars collection
Like just
anymore.
anymore. All right, and the last thing we have here.
Oh, these are cool.
Here comes Solitronic Suck stickers.
Wait a minute, are these the same ones?
That is the theme song.
No, the last sticker pack that we had at San Diego were the Prism ones.
Yeah.
And these have like the speckle pattern. So if you take them out in the sun, they explode. So I brought them all on
They
Careful,
actually
kids, they
a
explode.
little card here that you could.
What does that mean, by the way?
What do you mean?
They explode.
Solartronic.
They
They
don't
just look
explode.
sparkly.
Oh, it's like my childhood, except the Sucklord's on it.
These are cool.
It's $10 for
great.
the pack. There's 12 stickers. I don't know what else you need to
Don't
know.
you understand? Nothing else matters aside from this. This is the only thing that matters.
Stop throwing that up.
All right, sorry.
Hyperbole. It's pretty cool though. Vector.
Are they the same cards though?
They are the same cards on a different. So you can print on different.
Right.
They're the same
So
design.
the last time they were
Holographic.
the holographic ones.
This is holographic, but last time they were the. I just said the word. Not the sparkle.
Yeah.
The. Dude, These are the little sparkles. The last one were the ones with the little squiggly patterns.
Yeah, these are like the
What do you call them? I don't know. We'll cut.
You said it
in
first.
Me saying I know.
It was the other thing. Rewind.
This
said
says
it.
this says need more the prism ones.
Yeah.
Your life easily dazzle your idiot friends with the latest space age technology. It's a sticker. Who are these characters? Why did I buy this? Why do I feel so insulted by a sticker pack? It's a trading card that sticks. The latest thing in high-quality sticker technology.
Marty McFly.
Simply peel the thin film layer from the back of the card, then
Can you
stick.
do something about that?
I don't. It's his shop. What am I gonna do?
Anyway, that's all I got. So, hey everyone, if you
Vector
see
rocks.
something that you want and
Then
you're
tell
not
us.
going to New York, you just email dketoys@gmail.com.
Which one is
Don't
it?
be shy. Quite often we sell a lot
All right,
by mail
Janky.
order. We don't offer these on a website. So a lot of people say to me, like, how come you don't put these on a
Because it
website?
would crash your website.
No, that's not why. We are a niche of a niche. This is a very small
We
niche
are.
of
A
people.
niche.
You know, it's
A
like
niche of a
a
niche.
niche of a
of
niche.
niche.
if 20 pieces,
Helping
if an
people
artist makes
scratch
20
That's your
pieces,
favorite one?
Yeah.
and we sell 20 pieces, like we're a superstar, right?
Yeah.
It's like
So out of all of these, that's your favorite one?
This out of all of them. Look, everybody did great work. Bravo, welcome for coming.
Bravo.
But the Seth Relentless piece is my favorite piece.
This is the best one, right? Right.
You haven't even seen the
He
toy.
doesn't
See
need
it.
to.
It's right there. There's
If
a
we
picture of
put
it.
this in an
Even
orange
the-
puffy jacket, which one do you like better?
Now, what,
This one.
what if he were to tell you that it's not
anyhow,
a real toy? It's just
please
in Photoshop?
email dketoys@gmail.com. It comes right to me. I'll answer you back. If there's something you want, you let us know.
This one's pretty cool.
Looking forward to hearing from you. If you're going to New York, come stop by our booth. We are booth number.
And I like this too.
Bling. There it
Essential
is.
weapons pack. Second Amendment. Gotta have it.
Dove, what's your favorite?
Yeah,
And don't
I'm curious.
say you love them all.
I love them all.
Oh,
They're
come
all
on.
my children.
No, I know that Dove loves this one the most.
Which
Dark
one?
Star
Boba
Grey?
Fett?
Boba Fett Bones.
It's pretty great.
I like
There's
that
a lot
one.
of really good. There's a lot of really solid entries this year.
no,
Well-
no Lister figure this time around.
We had one at Comic-Con.
Yeah, but did it sell out? Didn't it? Like his stuff always goes so fast.
I think we have 2 left.
Ooh.
So if you want those two
So-
listers,
so
email.
if you want a Spider-Man Lister figure, like, so the reason we don't, because I was interrupted.
Yes.
How rude!
The reason we don't sell stuff in an online store is because each one of these artists has their own online store. And our goal in life is not to start competing with them. They could obviously make this product and sell it themselves. So our goal is to take them to conventions, put them in front of people where you can actually pick it up and see it and appreciate the work in person, which is not the same as buying it online.
Definitely.
And we
not.
don't want to compete with the people whose best interests we're supposed to be representing. So, and it also makes it special. Like you show up at a show and you get to see stuff that's not available in a store. Because frankly, when I went to San Diego Comic-Con and I saw the Lego booth and I said, hey, I want to buy some Legos for my kid. Lego, sorry. And then I said, but is all this stuff available like on Amazon? And they're like, oh yeah. I was like, well, why the do I stand in line
Whoa,
for an
whoa.
hour to buy Lego at Comic-Con
Yeah.
with 1,000 sweaty nerds, like when I could just
Sit at home with one sweaty nerd.
exactly.
But it's the experience of communal sweating or something.
But wouldn't you rather have the communal experience of coming to our booth and seeing all of the stuff you couldn't see anywhere else?
But it's
True
and
dat, yo.
It's different when you go to the booth and you see everything put together. I mean,
it's
it's an
true.
experience of seeing all of this work in one place and
Yes,
seeing it next to
yes,
each other.
yes.
And
Like this, but
And all the
Yeah.
celebrities come to Dove's booth to buy this stuff.
No comment. And then if you can't make it to New York Comic Con, please come to DCon.
Decon.
I'm just going to say something about
not
DCon,
putting
present
autograph.
company excluded here. DCon, as far as conventions go, for people who care about art,
shameless.
is
Shameless.
shut up. The show is a pleasure. The aisles are wide. There's no long lines to stand in. Sometimes, but most of the time, you walk around every booth. No one is like standing in line for a free poster or an autograph of some YouTube star or any garbage like that. It's like every booth is an artist with the things that they've created. It's my favorite show of the year.
Mine
I
too.
went to San Diego this year, and I came home with like a half a box of stuff. I bought like 2 books, a bunch of stuff from Super 7, which I could have got online. there's just nothing, like I'm totally aging out of San Diego. Like it's not meant for me anymore. I'm getting old and they're trying to cater to a 13-year-old audience. When I spend the most money personally at Decon. I walk around every booth, I'm like, holy shit. People see me coming a mile away, they raise their prices.
We were talking about
a smart tactic.
We were talking about it before we taped too, that I started making toys because of the 2013 Decon. And there's a whole group of toy makers that came out of literally that show because we came and we met the Sucklord and we got inspired by what was going on. It was something new. And I can think of 4 or 5 guys that came out of that show in particular. And every year, just even going as an artist, not as a shopper, like the inspiration that's there and the community that's there, like there's no show like Decon for being a creative person. Like,
It's going to make you cry.
thanks, buddy.
It's not to make you cry. So
It's
what
true.
we're actually lobbying Ben. So, DKE is motivated. I called Ben. I was like, hey, I want to do a Decon show. And I'll be back with all of the Decon releases. But I'm really pushing Ben to do a Decon show where all the vendors can show all the stuff and have, I don't know, Ben, do something. You have a show. You have another show. They should meet.
Well, then maybe what we'll do is we'll send an invite out for those people that are maybe local or have an easy access to send us something if you can't come down to the show. And what we'll do is we'll start promoting more of these releases here behind the camera.
Ooh.
Yeah.
A special
nice back here.
Decon. There's been some talk of doing it live, which would be kind of cool.
That would be cool. Yes.
I don't care. I'm just saying that, like, you have a show,
Yes.
and then you have this other show. And why doesn't the one show promote the other show?
But you come on every year and you talk about
Because
all
I'm
the
motivated,
artists.
and I call
But-
and I'm like, I want to bring all this stuff, and then like, so
But isn't that sort of like the 2 shows coming together?
yeah, but there's 500 other dealers at the show who
Okay.
all make special stuff, and
That's
if they
true.
all
It
sent
would
in
be
one
cool.
thing, you could spend the whole day,
The whole day, yeah.
showing the rest of the world all the cool stuff that'll be a Decon.
When a
That
lot of
would
artists
be cool.
won't like. I do a lot of stuff with Dub. I do a lot of stuff with DKE. But when I set up at Decon, I don't do something with Dub
Person
because I
behind
want to
the
sell it
counter is
myself. So
having an
yeah.
epileptic fit. I don't know what it means, but he is.
Kevin, are you having a
You
stroke?
okay, Kev?
No. But I have an idea.
Kevin has an idea.
All right.
Okay, should I step away so you could come?
No.
All right. Well, we'll do something.
So there you go.
That was weird.
We'll do a call out for you guys, those people that actually do watch the show and actually still also do Decon. But
If
we'll
you made
figure
it this
something
far.
out. We'll figure something
Yeah, it
out.
would be fun.
And in the meantime, we'll have you backed up to show us all the Decon goodies too.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Support
All right.
these weird independent artists.
There you go. Well, thanks for joining us for this special long episode of the pre-New York Comic Con preview, I guess, right?
How long was this episode?
I don't know, like almost an hour, I think. Or
I talked too
maybe-
much. Sorry.
maybe a little less than an hour.
I
It's
mean, because
okay.
we were
It's a beautiful
We
hour.
love it.
It's a beautiful hour.
Who was
Um,
interrupting?
weird.
and
So if you just let me talk, it'd be shorter.
what?
Dick.
What'd you say?
There are sort of
Nothing.
2 shows happening. There's our show over here, and there's
We're
their show
gonna
over there.
lose our family certification.
Oh, we don't get bleep?
No,
Yeah, we
You
get
can bleep.
we get.
Yeah, we can bleep.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, everything's been bleeped out.
Do you think the internet self-bleeps?
Don't bleep me.
Oh, that's 6.
Ben said twice.
I counted those
7.
already.
But I was bleeped. Wasn't I? I thought I
don't
was
know.
bleeped. Anyway,
7.
thanks for joining us, guys. Don't
Bleep
forget
you.
to share. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to follow, subscribe. And, tell us in the comments, like, what's your favorite toy from all the stuff that we showed
Don't be
off
influenced by Ben's.
Don't forget the.
fascination.
Don't forget to. All right. See you later, guys.
See you guys.
Bye.
Thanks.